Go.
Hello, hello, hello. Let's get this out of here. What's going on, you guys? Good to see you again as always. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And if this is the first time you're tuning into the stream, first off, welcome. And second of off, what is that? Anyway, you should subscribe. And while you're doing that, you should also join my Discord as well, which I'll link to in just a moment here. Hey, Sebastian, what's going on? Good to see you again, my friend. And yeah, I don't really have any specific plans for what I have for CAD model today 497. I think if push comes to shove, I may do this cool like vice grip things. You know, I think that'd be pretty nice. But I always like to try and show people something they've never seen before. So, you know, we'll just see. You know, we'll hang out a little bit, see what's going on in the Discord, and we'll just take it from there, you know? So, let me do this for you guys here. So if you want an extensive list of my social medias, you can find it at linktree.com/virtualflat. My Discord I am throwing in there as well. There you go. It is those things. So if you feel so inclined, you know, join the Discord and see what the fun is all about. But yeah, a couple stuff been going on there. Let's check out what we've got. So, oh yeah, let's change this over to the main thing. Doing pretty good, and maybe push that up like that. And it's looking pretty good. I can actually grab this thing. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. So, yep, this is my Discord server. We can see we have like quite a few people now, which is totally awesome. Yaya's been waiting for this for a while. Well, I don't think he waited for this specifically, but look, I mean, he's been awake for 33 hours and is excited to join us in the stream. Now that's dedication. But in all seriousness, man, you should get some rest. You know, it's not a big deal if you miss out on my stream. You know, this is always recorded. And I think the thing I'm going to do from now on is just post the entire stream as soon as it's finished, pretty much. I did that last time, and I think it worked pretty well. And yeah, Virus also excited for the live stream too, and he's excited to be picking up skills from, you know, my live streams to help him with the 3D design challenge, where you're supposed to take some of Da Vinci's drawings and render them in 3D. And apparently Dassault Systems is running that contest. You know, we might dip our toes in there too. I might try something out, but you know, I do this for fun, and you know, the fact that you guys are hanging out with me right now is just, that's enough incentive to, you know, do models like this. Hey Grow Knight, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you here. Deval's also in the chat. Hello there. Yeah, we're just looking through the Discord, and there was a couple of things that I saw that was pretty interesting. So not this. That was there from last time. So something that I'll do for Yaya here is he's posted a couple of issues to the CAD Tech Help channel. I'm actually not sure if me specifically will be able to help with this. I might do some testing over the weekend when I get a chance, because like my weekend's been really my week has been really packed, so I haven't really had a time to play around with these. But you know, I figured the easiest thing I can do is just, you know, give a signal boost, just show him what he's experiencing, and maybe if you guys used PhotoView 360, you'll have seen that before. Hey Ray, what's going on? Good to see you here, my man. So one of the issues here is he notices a discrepancy between rendering in PhotoView 360 for an animation versus rendering. So if you look at the image he's provided here, you can see that I believe on the right is a once-off still image rendered with PhotoView 360. And if you look at the curves of the 8, the lighting there is very, very consistent, looks very good. Versus on the left, this is a particular frame of an animation. And what he's noticing is that if you look at the curve down here in the 2, you see a lot of noise. There's a lot of graininess there. He says he's kept the settings consistent and hasn't been able to figure this one out yet. I've yet to test this myself, though I don't think I've experienced this on my own. And well, that's because typically I don't make animations with PhotoView 360. They take a long time, and you know, kind of antithetical to CAD model today, where it's just, you know, I spend like an hour modeling, but need to wait 6 hours for an animation to come out. I did do it one time though, and I don't know what would be the easiest way to show that. I believe it was CAD Model of the Day number 8, like all the way back last year. I rendered a metronome, you know, doing its metronome things, and I actually rendered it with photo view with motion blur, and I thought it looked pretty good. And that's practically the only time I've used it that I can even recall, so I didn't notice anything like this. But if you do know, you know, what might be causing this and have a suggestion, you know, be sure to join my Discord. Go to the CAD Tech Help channel and just rain down some knowledge on us. We'd really like to know. Also, this issue here, where looks like he wants to change some camera settings. So let's see. I didn't really read through this one. That's interesting. I might know this one. So I found out that changing the camera's field of view is a solution. Although changing the lens should do the trick. Okay, so you know, just letting you know if you've you know, if you have any thoughts about this, or you have any issues of your own that, you know, you want the community to take a look at, want me to take a look at, you know, we're here to help. We have each other's backs as friendly designers, and yeah, I think that's the way forward. What else? Yeah, I wanted to try this join feature, but I'll do that a bit later. But yeah, feel free to join the Discord. Like I said, you know, we got memes, and otherwise should be a pretty good time, right? So yeah. So what I'll do here, let's go to 507. I think if we can, let's knock another one out from the set here. I think that'd be pretty cool. I really need to keep a list of which ones I've done. Yeah, like I've done 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I've done 30. Yeah, exactly, Kern. I joined for the memes. This is important. And actually, I've had memes saved to my phone right now that I've been meaning to post, but yeah, it's been a busy week. But that's no excuse, right? No one's ever too busy for memes. Done most of these. Done the herringbone. What is this? Kind of gearing used to transmit great force and give a continuous bearing to the teeth. Each wheel is composed of 2, 3, or more distinct spur gears. The teeth, instead of being in line, are arranged in steps to give a continuous bearing. Oh, that's interesting. This system is sometimes used for driving screw propellers and sometimes with a rack of similar character. So it's actually, it reminds me of, like, you know, kind of the point of herringbone, where you have that, almost like that pressure angle gradient, but this is accomplished discretely. So it's all these gears are the same size, same tooth, same pressure angle, etc., except you just phase them a little bit. I think it could be an alright one to do, but I'd rather do something a little bit more interesting. Memes are for busy people who don't have time for small talk. Yes, exactly. This is correct. This is all the way it should be. You know, if you're ever too busy, but you want to send your friend something nice just to like brighten up their day, memes will always do the trick. Yeah, I've done most of these before. I just want one that's just like, you know that you look at something and you just has interest, you know. Uniform circular motion into uniform rectilinear motion, used in spooling frames for leading or guiding thread onto the spools. Interesting. So you turn guess this is thread here. What are these arms doing? Interesting. I think this is fixed to this shaft. Does it specify that? This one's interesting. I have to keep taking a look at it. I think we can find something interesting. What is this? Steam Engine Governor. Now that's an awesome name. Operation is as follows: on engine starting the spindle revolves. Carries round the crosshead. What? To which fans are attached. Interesting. Oh, so these are kind of like how. So music boxes actually have similar governors that work on similar principle. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen like a wind-up music box, but if you look really closely at them, they have like a component that looks like a little fan that rotates around. And what that fan does is it basically catches the air, and the air resistance is what slows down the mechanism. If it wasn't for that governor, you'd wind up a music box and we would just play a flurry of notes in like 3 seconds and just be done. So it's another interesting one. Oh, that's the one I did the other day. Just the other day. Looks like more governors. I know someone in my comments wanted to see me model in a watch escapement. Maybe we can look at something like that. Oh, this is a goofy one we were looking at last time. I kind of want to go for this one. I think I'm up for the challenge. I have no clue how this is gonna do. Oh, hey Melectrica, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I'm just contemplating what to model right now. And part of me thinks I really need to show the world how weird this one is. You know what I mean? Let's try this one. Yeah, so now that I'm not modeling this thing, I'll put that to the side. I'll definitely do it later this month. First I gotta clear a space on my desk to let that rest, and let's save this image. We'll go to 497. We're creeping up to that 500 number, guys. So the stream 2 days from now on this Saturday is 499, and I think I'm gonna do one the day after on Sunday for day 500. Now, I still don't really have anything planned for that right now, but I do want to like reward you guys for all the support that you've given me this far, because you know, this channel wouldn't be here without all the viewers. And yeah, Woo's right. Like, I can't believe that I've kept it up for that long. And also, you know, 3,000 subs is coming basically at the same time. So I gotta make it good. I might reach out to SolidWorks Corp and see if they want to sponsor some at least some certification seats, but you know, maybe something different. Who knows? All right, but yeah, this needs to be saved. This is movement 208. We got this thing, right? And my headphones just kind of sit behind my ears because the music's kind of loud, but apparently it's quieter on stream. yeah, let's get. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't have SolidWorks started up, but let's do that. At least we get to watch my custom splash screen. Alright, so part. And let's start on the top plane. Grab the sketch picture. That in the middle the best we can. Stretch that doodad and say, make it 12 inches. We'll make that 1 foot across. That's totally fine. Oh, you know what I found out that's pretty cool? I accidentally stumbled onto this this feature, I guess. So if you right-click a sketch, you can actually say make reference sketch, which is awesome because you don't, well, maybe I just blew up my theory. Where's the origin, boy?
Is it for the girl?
I was about to say, it's like, because you can't mess it up, but I just did. So I guess that only applies to sketch entities. Okay, yeah, I goofed it up. Alright, so, yeah, turns out I gotta do a little bit more testing on it. But apparently, if you want to, draw like a layout sketch or something like that, and you know you're not gonna edit it again, you can right-click and say, make reference sketch, and that'll prevent any, well, most accidents, I guess we should say. In my opinion, that would be great and very helpful for me. Not taking any certification yet, and I want to, but also, I don't think that you need to reward us. You make a lot by sharing your knowledge. That means a lot, man, but especially, the thing is there wouldn't be any channel without you guys. So, I do get what you're saying, but I do like to pay it forward, and I know I've gotten a lot of people certified through my videos, and I only aim to, spread the knowledge as much as I can, especially with today's job markets. Set up in my chair. Especially in today's job markets, finding a job can be very, very brutal. So I just want to give people the best chance out there. I'm just doing my little part, little by little. So yeah, I'll definitely post updates on my Discord and Twitter probably both. So yeah, actually, let me see if I can. Wait, now you're not gonna let me edit it? Okay, there we go. I want a little bit of transparency, so I'll say full image. 60%. So you can actually make the sketch pictures transparent, but apparently that does not make them intangible. So I like to click the top. Well, I guess I can press click top plane. Okay, this is going to be very interesting. So how many instances do we even have? So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I'm actually going to guess 20 because, the pegs are obscured here. I don't know how many there are. But just to kind of round it off, I'll try 20 and see how that looks. But yeah. Let's get rid of all those points. I'll just start with 1. Deval saying, I totally agree. it is very, very difficult and frustrating process to find a job, as I'm currently going through the process. Yeah, hang in there, brother. I've been there too, and yeah, it's really it can be very difficult, especially that a lot of like recruiters and hiring agencies are not respectful of your time as an applicant, which I'm really, it really stinks to see, that you spend all this time applying, writing cover letters and stuff like that, and it's like if you don't think I'm the right guy for the job, you know what, fine, but just sending a message that I didn't get the job is, I think that should be the basic. That should be the basic, bar. Even if that job is done by a robot, like it is still kind of insulting to say, oh, you didn't get a job by a robot or like an automated email. But even I'd take that over nothing. Like, don't leave me wondering. But yeah. I definitely think it's broken, but one of those guys like. Not really sure how to solve that problem. So we'll do something like this. It looks like Kuro Knight is in the same boat. Yep, hang in there. I'd like to think that I'm putting together some good lessons for you. So, hopefully you'll be able to prove your skills when the time comes. I will tell you guys a funny story though. So this was actually when I was graduating school, and in the same boat as all of you guys. And I was the same way, very frustrated with the job application process. And at that point, I was just kind of like, sending a whole bunch of resumes out. I just, shotgun spread my resume anywhere that it would fit, pretty much. And I applied to this one company that its main CAD program was actually Autodesk Inventor. But they still decided to give me a call and have me come in and talk to some of the guys, even though like I was at that time a certified expert. It's like, okay, let's check this guy out. I talked to the hiring manager. We get along well. We talked to like a VP of the company. We get along well. And then I talked to like the head engineer. It was like, okay, we're gonna give you a proficiency test for CAD. I'm like, great. I'm primarily a SolidWorks user, but how different could it be? And he gave me like a little assignment where it was just like there was like an assembly with like a table with a square top with 4 legs, and he had this like foot in like a part file. It's like, okay, put this feet on this legs. And before I even touched a mouse, I didn't even do anything. I asked, so what's the design intent with the foot? Are we centering it? And he kind of looked at me like I was speaking some kind of alien language. It's like, just put the foot on there. I'm like, but I need to know how you want me to put. What are the expected design changes? And then he like takes the mouse, like goes, here, this is how you do it, and puts it on. And I'm thinking, man, that's not what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm telling you. It's like anyone can make that. Anyone who knows where the buttons are, I guess I'll put it that way. Anyone who knows where the buttons are will know how to put that foot. Same in SolidWorks. You can just kind of put a foot on your assembly, no problem. But it is how your models react to design changes is what separates a mediocre CAD designer from an excellent one. And he just wasn't getting it. And of course, after that, I knew that I flunked the CAD assessment in his eyes, but I was just like, whatever. That's someone I wouldn't want to work for anyway. It's like a red flag where it's like, I'm bringing up what I think is a valid concern with how this thing's being put together, and you just kind of brush it off. Like, that's kind of, you don't want to work with someone like that anyway. So, but I was a little like annoyed by it, because he like kind of showed me like I've never seen a computer before. And then, after that, I talked to like the hiring manager again. We parted ways, and they never gave me a call again. And that was that. So, yeah, I've been in the same boat too. Yeah, Sebastian saying, I am currently in a process for engineering development program, and to date, I've taken 3 interviews and waiting for my next step. But yeah, I think selection process has become a full-time job for us. Absolutely. Yeah, applying for jobs is like, it's just brutal in general, because yeah, it's like, do you spend a lot of time on few applications to maximize your chances, or do you just shotgun, shoot your shot, spread it as far wide as possible? And I can't give you an answer to which is better or worse. I've done it both ways, where it's just like, for certain jobs, I will take my resume and curate it. So, for example, if someone says, if someone will say something like, CAD experiences required, video editing skills a plus, or something like that. So then I will reshuffle my skills to say, my skills are SolidWorks, and then Adobe Premiere Pro, then Camtasia. And then maybe another one is like, we'd like engineering drawing skills and CAD work. So then I'll put SolidWorks, and then I'll put some kind of experience relating. It's like, I've done patent drawings before. I'm sure you want me now. So I've done that too. And yeah, I don't know any reasonable. Yeah, I don't know if any of it makes any reasonable difference. I'd say do what feels right. Like, if your resume is like really generic and boilerplate, you might want to sprinkle in a few details that differentiate you from the rest of the pack. But I wouldn't go too crazy with it either. Gurunat saying, definitely applying jobs and writing cover letters is a full-time job without any pay. Yeah, that's the important bit. There's no pay. Mad stinky, I tell you. Man, I don't know how many instances to put on this thing. Here, I'll leave it at 20. I'll stop messing with it. But I believe in you guys. Hang in there. Especially with the current world events, it's just like every economy ever has contracted. It's just brutal. Now, I do consider myself to be very, very fortunate to have a full-time job right now to keep all the good stuff going. I mean, eventually I think I would like to move full-time into like YouTube and streaming and stuff like that, but I'm a long ways away from that, But for now, this is just something that I do because I like it, Actually, I might. If I double click this, yeah, this will change this up to surface. So that way I can just have this one feature control all the peg heights, and I think that will be very helpful because I don't even know how this thing's gonna run. It'll probably run like garbage, to be honest, but I'm here for it. Looks pretty good for that. And actually, what I should be keeping track of. So it started with 5. went down to 3 5/8. So that's 1 3/8 subtraction every time, pretty much. And yeah, something that I probably should be doing too. Like I did this in my last 12-hour stream. You know, when I hit 2,000 subscribers, which felt like a long time ago, but really wasn't. It's crazy that I'm almost at 3. Was you know, I kind of just stopped focusing at the task at hand and just started like kind of checking out people's work. Maybe I'll do that again, honestly. Where I just, you know, show off people's work in the Discord. I think that guy, there's a guy, EMW Designs, who said that he was using like my impressions of his animations during the 12-hour stream to just kind of like say like, oh look, this guy kind of knows what he's talking about, and he said my work's good. And I'm cool with that, you know. I'm here to back up my homies. 625 minus 1.375. Okay, so it's gonna be a little bit different than the sketch, but I think the sketch is done pretty freehand, it would seem. So yeah, I'll be taking liberties and kind of squaring things up. Yeah, 10, sure. Why not? Probably should get it saved. You know, that's always a good call. Movement 208. Bruh, I really don't. The more I think about this, the more I realize that this thing is gonna be hot garbage. You know, but maybe I'll be wrong. I put this thing together and animate it, and something amazing happens. The lines you have in your operations tree, front, top, and right are axes? Yes, they are. So here, I'll take a little detour. So I set up my part template such that not only are the 3 main planes present, but I have these 3 axes, and that makes it very convenient for stuff like that. And that's something that I hear from you know, people who are transitioning from Creo to SolidWorks, for example. And apparently Creo files will have the axes by default, and then they grumble and they say, but SolidWorks doesn't have it. I'm like, yeah, I guess, but you know, it's really easy to set up. So you know what you would do. Let me see if I can get like a tutorial document. Yeah, so for example, here's a part template that does not have it. So the way I did it is you can select, you know, for example, front and the top plane together, and the intersection of these planes will make an axis. So you can go and click your axis and then click that. And the way I name this, like in I think in Creo they will call this like the axis that it is parallel to, so they would call this the x-axis or something like that. That's fine, but what I like to do is name it the thing that name it after the plane it comes directly out of. So if you notice the right plane and this axis, the axis is perpendicular to the right plane. So I would name this right. That might sound weird to you, but it is strangely intuitive to me. And I think that really matters. And I guess it's looking at my other files, right? You know, save it like that. So I would name that right. So this is the axis that comes out of the right plane perpendicularly. But yeah, you can name that whatever you want. And then when you're done with that, you'll go save as, be something here for template. It's probably like here somewhere. Bruh, where is template? A part template. Here we go. I would expect SolidWorks part template. And actually, I think I may have goofed this up, and not in the way you're thinking. So another story time again. When I was at SolidWorks World for I believe 2019, it was whatever year preceded the rearrangement of these file extensions, because what it used to be is you would hit save as type, and all these would just kind of be random. And my guess was there's just order of implementation when they developed SolidWorks. Like, oh, this is a new file format, and just was at the bottom. And SolidWorks, rightly so, said, this is a little bit confusing. How about we alphabetize them? And so in one of the alphas I did, they showed me a version of SolidWorks where everything was alphabetized. And I mean strictly alphabetized. That means that if you wanted to go to SolidWorks, save as a SolidWorks part, because you're in SolidWorks after all, you would actually have to go through the middle of the list and see. It would be like right next to step file, pretty much. And I looked at that and I'm like, I don't think that's very convenient. I think you should put SolidWorks stuff on the very top and then go alphabetically. So I think that's, far be it for me to say, but I think my comment, went through. And if you save in an assembly, you'll see SolidWorks part, SolidWorks assembly, and then all the stuff in alphabetical order. But you can save as part template, and then you can just save wherever your template folder is, and then that access will be there whenever you need it to. So yeah, that was my really long diatribe there. But yeah, as you can see, it comes pretty handy. And because the axes are dependent on planes which can neither be destroyed nor modified, they are perfectly robust. You can delete the axes themselves, but there will never be an error where, this will have a warning triangle that says, hey, one of your planes is missing. It's like, that's impossible, because I used the actual planes themselves to define it, so I would recommend doing it in that way. Yeah.
You must think first.
Looks
Before
like...
you move. My lord. A
Looks
handsome
like...
sword.
to do the wheel now. And here's where things are gonna get screwed. I need to make this wheel such that it will accept spacing from each of these, I guess, rings, these rows. Oh my god, this is such a weird idea. And honestly, to accomplish that,
I came here tonight to play chess.
I'm gonna
Nobody
make
ever
a sketch.
mentioned anything about
I
a
might have
sword
to
fight.
adjust the number of instances.
Master Law, if you don't talk, you're gonna die.
Can you give me the midpoint, please? No? Cool. Okay, there we go. Alright, so, drew that. I love it when it flips the other way like that. So that distance, and then... So all these three distances need to be approximately the same. Like if there's a little bit of slop in there, I might be able to like make, these square holes wider to accommodate them. But let's see. I get smart dimension and then say the endpoint, and then arc itself. I should get arc length. That's how you get arc lengths. And the red is not error. Actually, let me just change that right now. I did it for a project one time and just never bothered to change it back. So I should say... I think it's these. If I go to color scheme and then say dimensions driven, change that back to gray. Okay, now they're not that noticeable, but I'll just drag them out here. It'll be fine. So you can see 1.42 to 1.41. So these two arcs are approximately the same. This one is a little too wide, so maybe I'll add an extra instance. So this is that first pattern. So back to 21 that I originally counted. Let's go back to the sketch. So 1.5, maybe add an extra one, honestly. Rebuild. Go back to the sketch. And that's actually, I think, right on the money. Because now we have 1.41 to 1.42 to 1.43. So, 1.42, minus 1/100th of an inch. I don't think we're going to get any better than that, honestly. Not unless I do some, kind of driven sketch, but... whatever. We'll just see how this goes. I'm just trying to give this thing... Yeah, I'm not trying to go too crazy, but also give this thing the best chance it has to actually working. Alright, so let's make this disc. And I think I'll accomplish that by sketching on the front plane. And I'm going to do it as a revolve. We'll just do something like that, maybe. Homie, can I get that midpoint? Well, actually, shoot. If I can get this centered where I need it to be, I can actually, just move it in the assembly. But in order to do that, I think I'm going to borrow this helper sketch that I was using from before. So I'm just going to extend this out like this. I don't need its dimension, but I do need its presence. So now you see we have this thing going through here. This, grab a center line, snap that to the midpoint, make that vertical. Actually, where's my sketch relations? There we go. So midpoint, vertical, and then this point and this path should be pierce. And that should move it exactly, right in the center of where this would be if this was rotated just a little bit more. That a clean 1 inch, why not? And I'm probably gonna have to test around with this value, honestly. And then I can just go ahead with a revolve, like this. And I'll avoid merging the result. Immediately we have a problem here, because that's not gonna fly. Just gonna have to make it a bit smaller, I think. It's still... oh my god, I don't think this is gonna go well, at all. Honestly? This can sort of work, but not as pictured. So this has sort of like discrete holes with like a wall here. I don't see that working at all, especially because this is coming in at a curve. And there's no way it's really gonna like line up in there, even if the holes were oversized. They would have to be way oversized, or like that hole, I guess I'm gonna call it a pinion. That pinion would have to be very small, or the main wheel will have to be very large so that they approximately come in like at a straight line. But there's another solution here that I'm thinking of, and I think of honestly just knocking out this wall just entirely. That way, it's honestly like a tooth of a gear. Sorry if I sound like a broken record, but I'm going to be asking this question a lot. So we have a space that's going to be approximately the size of the stud, and then we have sort of vacancy, which is I can measure actually. And I'll take this 1.42 value. Not snap to all the things. No, that was bad. This to this. And this... Actually, since it's out there like that, before I add co-radial, get the dimension I need. And then say... Oh, because this is driving. This needs to be driven. There we go. So 0.80 looks like going to be the space between that. So let's do it like this, where this hole needs to be approximately the width of the stud, which is 0.625. That. Yeah, let's try it like that. Onto something. Yeah, so it's just going to look very similar to just a regular gear. Is the center line. Here, let me check this again, because there shouldn't be. Yeah, let's do repair sketch. I'm sorry, what? There's a gap there? 3 or more contours. Wait, is the thing I put not? Oh, that'll do it. It's not a construction line. That'll do it. Okay. It's been a long day, guys. We'll get there.
Let me save you the suspense. This girl you met, she isn't perfect either. But the question is whether or not you're perfect for each other.
Sheesh, y'all, we got a preview. Oh, there it is. And so, you know, this will be, when I take the curve length of this, that'll be a value, but first I believe I need to pattern these. Rebuild errors. What if I hit you with that geometry pattern? Ah, yeah, there we are. So this should be 0.8. So convert. So that's too short. And that's too long. Alright. You know what to do. Oop, not that sketch. This one. Okay. So this ends up being a little bit larger than the right size, but you know, that's acceptable. This, however, is a bit on the shorter side. So maybe bring that down to 14 instances. 0.82, it's a little bit on the larger side, but I think if maybe we put fillets on it, it won't be as detrimental. Alright, so watch this, guys. Remember, the fillet has the selection manager, so what I can say, open up fillet, just select one of these edges, and just pick from the menu. See, connected to start face? That's exactly what we need. So, prevents me from having to pick all of that and boring you. Because Lord knows I wouldn't want to do that. Although do we want to fillet these? Let's see what the other option is.
We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry
No, we don't
because
really
we are
get
members
anything
of the
better.
human race.
We'll
And the
leave it like
human
that.
race is filled with passion. Medicine, law, business, engineering. These are noble pursuits and necessary
I'm
to
sure it
sustain
will
life.
be fine.
Poetry, beauty, romance,
Man, this
love.
thing looks really,
Stay alive for.
really goofy. All right. Well, this is my life, so let's keep going, shall we? So I'm gonna try to phase this a little more. It's like intersecting with the tooth. So we can rotate about. Okay, this robot needs to get out of the way. There we go. And then just like kind of crank this over little by little. And copy was on when it shouldn't have been.
I'm gonna get my mom and we're leaving this place.
Okay, it's not the worst thing I've seen. I mean, also what can help a lot, you know, if I could fillet these guys too. Why should the wheel be doing all the work? All convex, I can go for that. And then take out this and this. Doesn't like that for some reason. Oh, 0.0625. That'll do it. Okay, I'm starting to have a little bit more confidence in this thing. You know, this is tab on it.
Want something from me
I'm
or
just gonna
what?
add a little bit of a boss here to make it look cooler. So let's go blind in one direction, go direction 2 and say offset from surface would be pretty dope. 0.125, reverse the offset. So now we have 0.125 in both arguments. Okay. And there doesn't seem to be much of anything else other than this shaft coming out this way, so I can do that. Oh no, the chat died. Come on, man. Ooh. Oh my god, I am... Well... The chat died because I... Here, I'll pull back the curtain to show you my silliness. I accidentally put the address of half an inch, so I don't know how I even got into the web address box for the chat, but I'll fix that right now. Restore chat. Pop out. And properties. Bruh. There we go, we're sort of back. There we go. Not sure when I killed the chat, but now you're back. I promise I won't do it again. Not intentionally, anyway. Alright, so let's get this bad boy extruded out. Let's go 1 inch in that way, and then... Sure, 12 inches in this way. And I think I will merge to it since, you know, I'll assume that this is what's driving this madness. And then, I guess to sell the whole thing, I guess we should get a shaft over here too. Yeah, I was trying to merge the whole thing together for some reason. Well, actually, I changed my mind about merging this. So let's uncheck merge. But also we still have to make the hole, so I'll do that with indent. But yeah, I think I'll keep this in place. Alright, I think it's time to put this into an assembly and start trying to animate this madness. Bodies. Actually, if I'm gonna leave this here, I'd want that, you know, fixed. Yeah, so let me do a bit. I want to leave in the part file, so a cool way of doing that is you can get your delete keep body command. And this will delete bodies, but not delete. This is just to get rid of the body. All the features that create it will still be there, so I can just turn that off and get it back. But I will say, what will I say? Now save bodies. Assume cut, sure. And then movement 208 ASM. Okay, so now we should have this part file, but if I turn this off, it's all back. Look at that. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Okay, now we can just put this in here. Now, I wonder if what drives what? Does the article specify anything? Or vice versa. You could do either or. You can drive the cog and spin the plate in different directions, in different speeds, or you can spin the plate and drive the cog in different speeds. What would be easiest to see? I think I'm gonna drive the plate as the input, and then this as the output, and then I could even produce a chart too, just to see like the speed changing. But yeah, before I get to that, I do need to float all of these guys and start putting things together. Alright guys, we're done putting things together. Was it quicker than you expected? So let's test. So that should be able to spin. Great. So this should be able to spin and slide along. And indeed it is able to do that. Save, and then the real fun begins. Music's going nuts. Turn that down. Okay. There we go. And so, loader. It's still an animation, so I won't forget that this time, I think. Moose Johnson, good tunes and great stuff. I'm glad you like it. The artist is in the description if you're at all interested in seeing more of his work. And I think he did get new albums, so I'll probably get those and add them to the streaming playlist. It is very good focus music, I keep saying. So let's turn this to motion analysis. Get solid body contact between these two members. Let's see what this one's to do. I wonder if it'll make it fly off the shaft, and it does. Goodbye. It just kind of walked out. Alright, so in order to prevent that, I'll actually put a motor on this, but a linear motor. So let's first do this. Data points. For now, let's just give it a bunch of zeros. Yeah, we'll just give it a bunch of zeros, because first I want to test if there's a motor on this, will this fully stop this in place. Okay, so that is doing what we want, because I know when you put a motor and specify 0, that's basically the same as locking it in place with like a mate or something like that. But I also use that linear motor to actually engage the different drive modes, which I'm sure will be fun. I'll probably make this whole animation 15 seconds long, so I'll drag that all the way out like that. And back to linear motor. So I'm just going to put zeros all the way to 15. So it was 1.375 or 1.38. That's cool. So so the Akima spline should give it like a more gentle transition. So it looks like it's starting over 1 second. So let's try that. So it'll move forward and then it'll move back. But this is just for proof of concept. That is interesting. That wasn't as bad as I expected. Will you check it out, Moose? Oh, thanks, man. I know he'll appreciate it. He loves when people check out his music, so, you know, I'll appreciate that too. I have to say, I'm kind of surprised about how well this is running so far. So double that is 2.625 or 2.62. That's fine. Oops. Delete this row. Now, do I want it to animate it going all the way back? And I think I do. So I'll put a 0 in here. So that way the cycle can repeat. And actually, the amount of times I say "and actually," yeah, I'll add some extra zeros to make the Akima spline behave a little better. By the way, Moose, if you're still here, this is one of my favorite tracks by what's playing right now. I think that works. Oh my god, this has no right to be running as well as it is right now. I'm just trying to study. Like, it probably is clipping a few of those pegs. I wouldn't expect a setup like this to last very long. Oh yeah, it does jump it does startle the little cog. So you can't change it too fast now. Alright, so out of curiosity, let's get a velocity read on this thing. Oh, looks like that typo got you again, Moose. No worries, I've been there. Okay, so I need to find a place to put this. Why is it flashing? typos always happen. Yeah, they sure do. What do you think this mechanism was used for? Honestly, it was probably used as an attempt to make a transmission of sorts. It's the only thing. But of course, you know, superseded by just better and less noisy, you know, that wouldn't wear itself out as quick versions probably took hold. And that would be really cool to do, is like an actual full, like, you know, like a manual transmission. There's tons of documentation on it, like from an automobile. But yeah, I think it's important to view mechanisms, especially like this one, through a historical lens, because the book that, you know, this all comes from was made in 1870, where, you know, mechanical design was in its infancy. You know, that's when steam engines started coming about, and people needed to know how to transfer the spinny power of a steam engine into other kinds of power. But yeah, I don't think it's particularly all that good. But it is interesting nonetheless. I animate it in greater detail. Oh, you love the history stuff? Me too. I love looking at historical.
Want something from me or what?
Yeah, I just love looking, you know, reading about history of like machines. You know, some of them really, really amazing. Not just for their time, but in general. Like, it's very what is very amazing is that practically every mechanism I've attempted to model from this book has worked in some way. You know, it might not be like the most efficient, quiet, longest lasting thing, but it does work in principle, which I think is really amazing, since in 1870 there was nothing close to CAD. So you gotta give the guy credit who compiled all of these together. So Sebastian's saying, what is making the gear to slow the speed between rings? Nothing. It just crashes into the little stud, and that slows it down, which I think would explain like the very violent jumps in speed in the velocity diagram. Yeah, I assume there was something like a dog gear or something like that to like slow the speed of the gear, to make it match that. It would be a lot smoother and a lot more viable too. But you know, I wouldn't depart too much from this original design. Yeah, like I do take some liberties with it, you know, give it its best chance without like kind of like really departing from it. And I'd say like this one actually, yeah, this would be the most, because there used to be there's walls drawn on like of this driven gear. Like if you look back at the drawing, like they're just holes. They're like blind holes, not like open channels like I have them. So that makes it more enigmatic to how this thing would work if it was if I modeled it as drawn. I'm not gonna worry about it too much though. This one's definitely been interesting though. Yeah, so I think instead of, you know, shocking it and going back to the first one so quickly. Can I copy these? That'd be nice. No. Okay. Guess I gotta do it the hard way. definitely one of my longer animations too. Typically I try and just make them loop every 5 seconds. Yeah, you can actually see it in pause for like a moment as it caught the tooth. Yeah, I think I'll just leave that one as is. Now, do I want to make these? Yeah, I think I'll just make this shaft like arbitrarily long.
Want something from me or what?
The way I did it shouldn't really affect much of anything. Let's give that a recalculate. And honestly, the more I think about it, the more I think that, you know, this would be used like a transmission, but not to change while the machine is actually operable. Like maybe it would be one of those things where it's like a mode where, you know, you run the machine in one speed, but then you just turn it off, and then a technician would go and move the gear manually, you know, mesh it, and then turn the machine back on again. Yeah, because I just don't see this thing lasting very long at all with you know, sudden changes in speed. It is fun to watch though. Alright, I say let's save this bad boy out. Well, not before. Just putting that good old brushed appearance on it. Looks pretty good. Go. Wait for that to go, and you know, I gotta find those memes that I've been meaning to post to the Discord. It's very important, paramount. Honestly, that's what fueled my college like adventure. You know, that's what like, you know, can't keep me from just dropping. So I was fueled by memes, plain and simple. I might play a game a little bit after this. Today was a simpler day, I would say, but you know, we're still getting a lot of good stuff done, learning a lot of cool things. Oh yeah, this is so this post here, you see my logo there, right? I actually modeled this as one of my CAD models of the day to hold records, and it became an actual product, kind of. Yeah, so yeah, Ethos Sound Music School actually sells these record mounts based on my design. So if you ever want to find those, yeah, he sells them online, so be sure to check that out. Can we run some intersection analysis? Oh, that's a good idea. I don't think I'll publish it in the I I don't think I'll publish it to the actual CAD model today, because there's no convenient way of doing it, but you can check it out, and I'll show you that once we make sure that this saved all right. Let's see, so we got this boy. Open with. Come on, my neurons can do it. Yeah, you see it stutter a little bit. And then it's not a perfect loop, but we'll leave it like that. Or maybe that was Windows Media Player stuttering. Oh, I guess it was, because it was smoother that time. It paused a little bit to reset. Alright, so I'm going to call that good. So we're done with that. But I want to investigate Vito's idea here. Can we run some intersection analysis on the transitions? Absolutely. Well, the first thing to address is there is an interference detection tool which you can run for any particular assembly. Say calculate, and you see it's found some small intersections. So there's one right there where it's where it's kind of poking into that space there. Same thing over there, and maybe a little bit over here. So you're always going to get a little bit, even if you have like two nicely meshed spur gears, because I think it's part of the algorithm of you know, how SolidWorks motion with solid body contact works. Is I think it's based off of overlap. So when it overlaps a certain amount, try and push it away, and I think that's how that works. But this isn't exactly Vito's question, right? He's saying, what about the transitions? Well, it turns out what you can do, if you right click on the tree of a motion analysis, there is another tool for checking interference. So to recap, this interference detection tool is for a particular position. You pick one position and you check. This check interference is for motion studies specifically. So we'll run that, and nothing happened. So I'm gonna see if the window has appeared. Oh, it's right here, I think. Can we bring it? I don't know why it decided to spawn off of my screen. But yeah, it's interference detection over time. So you have to select the parts to test. So I'm interested in this thing and this thing, and I can check by frame where the intersections are. So fine, now it's going to be running, so we'll just let it go. Yeah, so we'll just let it do its thing. It's like going on every single frame and running that interference detection. Mind blown? Yeah, not a lot of people know about this, man. Well, you can see it's already starting to produce some results. It's already had one transition, so let me see if I can expand this window so you can see a bit more what it has to offer. And there it's made another transition, and I would expect... There you go. So it gives the volume of, I guess, the greatest intersection, or maybe total intersection. I'm not really sure about that. I don't really need to know what part 1 and part 2 is, because, you know, there's only 2 of them. It's really the frame or the time and the amount of volume. So I think it's still working on it. So it's almost there. We'll let it go. got it. Alright, it seems to have finished, so let's check out some results. So, for example, on frame 3, there is this teensy-weensy tiny intersection. Oh, I see how it's doing it. So the index is it's the number of the intersection itself. But you see how on frame 3 there's 2 3s here? What it's saying is that on frame 3 there are 2 intersections, one with index number 3 and one with index number 4. One is really tiny, so I believe what I can do, I can click on this and say, click this equals sign thing, and it'll zoom my camera to exactly where that is. And looks like that tiny, tiny little sliver there is the intersection it's talking about. The other one on this frame is a little bit larger, and it's that one. But then I can look through this list and see if there's any particularly huge interferences. Like that one's pretty big. So in frame 39, yeah, it looks like that tooth is really starting to clip that. Now, let's see if there's anything worse. So all of these are not bad. So, but the transition happens between 4 and 5 seconds for the first one. So I would have to keep scrolling. So here is where I expect it to get a lot worse. So here's 4. 4.3. I'll get one that's in the 2/10,000s. This one's pretty big. Yeah, so there you go. So this is in the middle of its transition. It clips that tooth, and I think that would be a problem. So I would either have to have a more aggressive fillet, or even a fillet on the edge of the cog itself. Well, I'm not going to bother with that. Yeah, here's more. Yeah, here's it kind of crashing into this tooth. So it looks like in the third decimal place here, that's where the more serious ones are appearing, all within between 4 and 5. Although I don't think that was particularly the worst transition. Like visually, that transition is very smooth. You know, I could even let's get some reference footage again. I don't know why I ended up closing it down. Sebastian, so if our mechanism would have 0 interferences, would have nothing in the index column? Yes, that's what I would expect. Though the only mechanisms I run this with is, you know, those with you know, under motion analysis with solid body contact. So there's always just a little bit of interference, but it's deciding, like, you know, is that numerical error? Like sometimes it is that small, or it's just a numerical error of the solver, or is it like an actual design flaw? And I think the key to that is by looking at volume and seeing how large the interferences are. Open with. Oh, I goofed up. We'll try again. I was not supposed to do that. Alright, so we have like 0.001. See, so that's a transition that we were inspecting. That's pretty smooth. You know, it did crash into some of the teeth. That one too. So there's one that I want to check out. It's that one. You see the cog kind of stutters a little bit. I'd like to look into that. So I think, so there's first transition. There's the second, which is visually fine. So the third one that happens at 14 seconds. I bet we'll get some fun stuff in there. So, move this boy back. Okay, so here's where 14 seconds start. They're all to the 5th decimal place there. But I think it's about to get worse. So that one looks like it's pretty bad. Oh yeah, there we go. I think that's what probably causes it to stutter. Here's another big one. Yeah. Oh, here's a huge one. Oof. Big oof. Yeah, that is something's breaking at that point. That's a big F for that. Oh, what about this one? Yeah, also pretty bad. Yeah, I knew coming here would be the most interesting. Yep, another bad one to the 100th place. Keep going. And yeah, and then we're at 15, where all the rest of them should be pretty small. Like, here's a really tiny one. Yeah, look how tiny it is. I think you can save this out. Let me see. If I do details. Oh. So I guess it just gives interference details. Overall length. Oh, that's not too bad to know. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure there was a way to save this out, but I can't recall. Okay, I might have to look that up, but Avito asked a fantastic question and gave me an opportunity to show you a tool that was not very often used. Avito, does motion analysis take into account angular momentum? Thus, if I stop a motor in time, will it continue its as its momentum gradually decreases? Yes, it does. Well, it can. Let's just put it that way. And it depends on what inputs you give it. So it is possible to make SOLIDWORKS motion do things that are physically impossible. And what do I mean by that? So let's, for example, I take this linear motor, which has me kind of stepping where the motor is. Stays here for a bit and then goes all the way here, then to the second one, and then back, right? And I define this motor in terms of displacement. But check out what happens when I change this to linear, right? So I have these situations where basically the changes in displacement is very sharp. It's infinitely sharp, in fact. And you'll see that when I run the motion study, SOLIDWORKS will have no problem with it. And then it should start moving and then stop in infinitely small time. And those of you who know, to accelerate something to a constant velocity in 0 time takes infinite acceleration, which is, as the name sounds, is basically impossible. It is impossible. It's mathematically impossible. So you would have to define your motors in with other aspects, like for example with forces, torques. I believe you can actually put like horsepower through stuff. So if I say torque on this, so you could actually put a certain amount of torque on a bar and then let it accelerate, taking into account its geometry with its angular momentum. So yes, you would have to do it through force and torque rather than assigning it displacements and accelerations. Though you can get similar motion, so I wouldn't be able to get, you know, if I put 1 horsepower through here, how much do I get out here? I can't do that with a study like this one. So I hope that answers your question. But yeah, Vito coming out here with the bangers. Great questions. Yeah, this one was super fun. Yeah, and for all the fun that I make of it, you know, I really do think this is like impressive for the time.
Want something from me or what?
You know, the guys back then really had like strong understanding of geometry and kinematics to come up with something like this. But yeah, if there's nothing else, you know what I'll do, I'll probably hang out a little bit longer. I'll probably play a game, but if you have another SolidWorks question, I'm gonna be, I don't think I'll play Genshin tonight, maybe later, but I was thinking of playing Friday Night Funkin', which is a rhythm game, which I've been meaning to play, and I have it downloaded. So if you have any other SolidWorks questions, feel free to, you know, put them in the chat, and I can just tab back over and show you, and maybe show you some more stuff. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm just gonna end the I guess the driven modeling portion here. So yeah, if you want to hang out, sure. If you need to go, I understand too. I know a lot of you come from around the world, you know, have these crazy schedules, and it's like, you know, it's all sorts of weird time zones over there. Well, yeah, so something I will do. Oh, that is loud. Sorry if I blew out your ears. Yeah, that's true. I guess I'll show that real quick too. Let me turn down Friday Night Funkin' a little bit, and let me go back to here. SolidWorks Da Vinci. I'll just type in that. I yelled it. Oh, this one's written by Marie Planker. But yeah, there is a contest going on where apparently you model some of Da Vinci's inventions. I think they encourage X-Design and the 3D Experience platform, but they also accept SolidWorks CAD, you know, desktop CAD. So let's see how to enter. Choose one of the 10 Da Vinci drawings in the challenge. Model it using SolidWorks CATIA or 3D Creator Roll or X-Design. Oh, so you can use CATIA. I didn't know that. Submit on Open Codex community before April 15th, 2021. So that's about a month from now if you want to enter this. If you need 3D software, we can provide you with access to X-Design along with instructional material. So that's a thing you can do. So you visit Open Codex community, talk to other designers, and submit your designs. We might do this for a CAD model today, actually. It's kind of right down the alley, right? 5 winners will be selected to receive a high-quality 3D printed model of their design and an access to X-Design for a period of 1 year. Not bad. Winners will also be highlighted globally in various forms of marketing and communications by the 3D Experience Lab. The Inventor Film team will also contact each winner in order to display his or her name in the movie credits. That's very cool. Honestly, you know, those movie credits, man. And then it gives you the link. Yeah, I might post this in the chat, except it became this ugly link. Not sure why I did that.
Let all of that kind of go away.
Copy link
Why are you
location.
still alive?
Mind you, some of the drawings are super crude. Bruh, do you see what I've been working with for like the past 400 days? You know, I think I'll be fine. so that's the link if you want to take a closer look at it. Okay, let's see if we can see. Ooh, submit your project, but I don't have one yet. Alright, I gotta do a login. Hang on, let me bring it over here. Also, is professional greater than educational? In which major areas? I assume you're talking about SolidWorks, what's called commercial CAD license versus an educational license. In terms of functionality, there is basically no difference. What will happen with an educational SolidWorks license is that all the things you create in it will be watermarked with an education watermark. And an example of where you could see that. I'll just bring this back for a second. I haven't typed in anything into it yet. But if you go, for example, to my Discord to share your work, there's something here. Oh yeah, Fly Casual Crafts in her video, I believe. Yeah, so really the only difference is that your files get watermarked with a little grad cap. So by looking at this, I can tell she modeled this thing with Education Edition. So in terms of the design challenge, I'm sure that's not a consideration. They're not going to say, "Oh, this is amazing, but you modeled this with Education Edition." So you'll be you'll be in the races. You'll be good. Yeah. Fly Casual Crafts really did do an amazing job with that, by the way. Yeah. What's my email? That's my email. What's my password? I don't know. This content doesn't exist, it said. Hello? Let me go back. Go back here. Come on. Okay, so I'm logged in. Challenges, maybe? Open Codex community. Okay. Submission files. You have to make a post wherein you describe your project. Okay, please select one out of these 10 codices. Ooh, okay, let's just open all of these up. Rip my RAM. Oh my gosh, what is that? Bro. So this seems to be a kind of defense weapon of sorts, for like a military build. I see a couple of dovetail joints there. So you're able to aim it, I assume. What are these projectiles? That's interesting. So what seems to be... Okay, so it launches a sphere which apparently breaks open and has a bunch of party confetti. Real question is, why is Da Vinci launching hypercubes at presumably the poor sap who's over here? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so we have like this water screw. For transporting water. I assume that there's a screw that goes all the way through here. You drive this and can get water up into this trough. So it looks like you have like, so of course you have you know, like a bevel gear, but not, you know, but what would normally be a bevel gear, and then which is driven like driving a whole bunch of solo cups down into a well and just bringing up the water and dumping it out here. It's kind of cool. So this is like all having to do with water transport. This one. A crane of sorts? Okay. Oh, this one looks cool. So we have what looks to be a fire. Is it? Or is that steam? Yeah, you were not kidding, Avita. These are rough to interpret. So it looks like this weight puts a constant tension on this rope, and so it's giving a constant driving force. Yeah, I would have to study these, honestly. Bruh, I think that's a little top heavy. Looks like he was doing calculations here too. You could see like a table kind of imprinted in there. Yeah, if you guys have any ideas of, if you want me to enter and you want to see something in particular, I don't know, this does seem like a bit of fun. Maybe I'll do that for the 500 stream. I think that'd be pretty cool. You know, because maybe for the 500 I'll do another 12-hour stream like I did the other time. 'Cause that was pretty fun, actually. Doesn't help that this one's like sideways. This one's on the simpler side. And I think that's all the images. The bridge looks a little easy with some weldments. Oh, this thing? Yeah, I think you could... Yeah, I think a lot of these can have weldments involved, like this. You know, you can use weldments to really optimize that. Oh yeah, oh, this one. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, I'm just like staring at these, bro. I think we can do one of them. And it's not about the winning, honestly. It's like honestly, I think it'll be a good topic. And I'll probably run into many issues and come up with many solutions at the same time. So yeah, shoutouts to Avito for you know telling me to take a closer look at these. So you saw how you did it, how you can get into it. It's just you need a 3D Experience account, which is free, and yeah, you'll be in there. Yeah, I think for right now I'm just gonna chill, play some Friday Night Funkin'. If you wanna hang out, you know, feel free. If not, you know, it's all good. Let's see. Yeah, if you haven't heard Friday Night Funkin', it's just a rhythm game that you know, it's like really based on like the old Flash games of like 2000. So you know, if you were a kid back in, you know, 2006 and 7, you know, you remember playing games like this in your school's like library computer or something like that. Also, the music is grooving. I mean, look at girlfriend. Apparently, that's what you call her. She's just your girlfriend. Oh, you like the Da Vinci Trust design? Yeah. No, I mean, there's no question. Dude was so far ahead of his time. Like, but yeah, it's gonna be. We're gonna really have to like, try and really get into his mind. You know, it's gonna be hard because it's one of the greatest geniuses throughout history. But we're gonna have to like kind of really sit in his shoes and really analyze it from maybe the problems from his time. Yeah, vocals, Johnny. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, this was about to go do. Yeah, that should be a little better. Thanks for the call, Vito. All right. So I guess I'll follow its direction and we'll just hang out a bit. We can play the story mode. So as the story goes, you're this young lad who is a boyfriend to the girlfriend, as the names may imply. But to the left is her dad, and he's not going to be impressed. He's not going to let just anyone date his daughter. They've got to spit some fat rhymes, and that's what we're here to do. So we'll just do the tutorial. I'm going to try and pass these on hard. Because I was alright with Guitar Hero, and I've actually played this before, but they just added more modes, which I haven't tried, like more weeks as they call them.
Left, right.
Girlfriend, I don't know if I could do that.
That's how you do it.
And that's basically that's just basically this game. I just love the art style. So. Oh, I'm gonna throw like that. I just find this game to be very, very charming. Uh-oh, she's throwing some real stuff. I know there's a... Oh, okay. I didn't get very much of that, but we passed, which is good. And just go on to the next week. And you see, I do have some like scores saved because I tried out an old version of this game and I really liked it. But yeah, new content.
3, 2, 1, go!
You know, when I first played this game, I was like... I actually played this level and started laughing because, like, the dad looks like an actual demon, but his voice is, like, almost a soprano. Like, his voice is, like, so high-pitched for some reason. And currently, I am dominating his little phrases here. Ooh, 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 ah. Yeah, he's just showing off at this point. He's got some pipes. Oops, I was distracted. Yeah, I heard that the new ones are a lot harder too. Although this is like the first week, so this is like supposed to be like an introduction. Yeah, this one, I actually like this track a lot. Girlfriend's just bopping. looks like a Hotel Transylvania scene. It actually kind of does because it's like so dark. And you know, her dad is an actual vampire, dude. Yeah, we need a game like this in the actual cinemas where you need to dance. Oh, that'd be so funny if I actually got like a DDR pad, like a Dance Dance Revolution, like, because like I am just not that athletic. Okay, so there's that. But you know, maybe I will maybe I'll get one if I can find one cheap, just for memes. I'll turn the camera the other way where there's actually more space in my office. Oh my god, look at girlfriend. She's really bopping. Oop. Oh god, I had my... Okay, well... I had my finger on the wrong keys. So I'm just throwing. Okay, well, I'm digging myself out of that hole. I almost lost there. Like, you lose when, you know, on the bottom there's that meter, which I was staring at for too long. Oh, there was a... Oop. Yeah, so you lose when Dad pushes you back on that meter all the way to the right. It wasn't good that I kind of struggled in the beginning there. Okay, so that was week 1. So, yeah, every week there's someone intent on breaking me and my girlfriend up, and I don't appreciate it. So, I guess this week it's just a skeleton and a pumpkin. Just leave me alone, dude. Or dudes, since there's 2 of you. Not really cool. Okay, this might be a little hard, let's see. Oop. Okay, I'm doing pretty poorly. I am missing those. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose here if I don't do this right. Oh, I dug myself out, dude. That was very close. Okay. Video might help to have another scene in OBS for the gaming state with a more traditional stream gaming layout. I really should. Yeah, good game teaches music, rhythm, and perhaps syncopation too. Yeah, syncopation, which I'm really failing at. I mean, I've made it through the song at least. I like how when the lightning strikes, both of them get scared. Yeah, because I really should have this game in 16:9. Oh. was looking at my OBS. Yeah, but we're doing pretty good. You know, I'm not getting a high score or anything. The best thing about this game is like it's free too. And there are people who put mods out there for this, so I might even, you know, throw in a couple mods with like new characters and play around with that. Yeah, because I really love rhythm games a lot. Oh, we made it through. Okay. Oh, not that yet. So it's week 3 now, but yeah, I really enjoy this rhythm game stuff, but there was a one there was that one stream where I did try playing Guitar Hero, but you know, it got really like copyright striked and a lot of it got muted, so I stopped playing that. But this, they're like, you know, just go for it, and all the music here is like, it's like, you know, it's to show off.
3, 2, 1, go!
Hey man, what you doing with that Uzi? Oh, it's a prop. Good. Alright. Girlfriend's feeling it. Okay, we're doing pretty good for ourselves. I messed up a couple notes there. Yeah, you'll probably see me lose a few rounds because, you know, I'm not as good as like the actual like rhythm game streamers. But you'll actually get to see what the game over scene looks like, which is hilarious. Oop, that one had a double move. Alright.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh shoot. Got distracted. Apparently the initial version of this game was like made in like a night. Like it was only made like, oh, there we go. It was only made like in a very short amount of time. I think 48 hours or something like that. And, you know, for a game being made in such a short time, it really does have like an amazing amount of detail. Like, I don't know if in the spooky level, you notice that girlfriend actually gets scared when lightning strikes, and in this one, when the train passes by, you see her hair whooshes. Okay, yeah, that's we're getting a lot of arrows now. Okay, well, yeah, that song worked out a lot better for me. I think I'm starting to get it a little bit. It's like with Guitar Hero, it's like the notes fly down the screen, and this one the notes fly up, so it's a little weird. Oh, here we go. Alright, interesting, but I raise you one of these. Yeah, I think I'm overhitting the notes a little bit. have been really bad. I'll probably do one more week after this one. I mean, assuming I beat it, because there's a lot of scary phrases in this one. So I do need to leave some time for myself to edit it some time all the day. There's that train. Interestingly, none of the trains actually stop. Alright, so, there's up to week 6, and week 5 and week 6 are the new ones. So I'll try and get through week 4. I'll try until I fail, because one of the songs is really, really hard.
3, 2, 1, go!
Look at the dudes just grooving in the back. They're just so happy to be there, dude. Oh, hello. This isn't even really a hard song. Oops. I was just so distracted by the dudes grooving in the back just dancing. So what's the secret? You go off the colors? I actually go off of the position, so I'm like really like trained with Guitar Hero. So with like Guitar Hero, you could actually change all the note colors to gray and I would still be able to play. And I just kind of just... Yeah, so I just like look, it's like, is it the first one, the third one, you know, etc. The fourth, third, you know, first, all of that. Oh god, I really screwed that one up. Okay. I looked at the chat that time. Yeah, but there are people who actually go off the colors. I think it's just whatever you feel more comfortable
3,
with.
2, 1, go!
Yeah, I don't think this one's the hard one either. I think it's the third one. Yeah, there are some phrases where you just miss one note, and because you're just a little bit behind, you miss a ton. This one's bop. This one's grooving. Wait, are they on top of cars? Oh, I can't really look right now. Yeah, I literally just noticed that they're just on top of cars moving. This one's kind of cool. You got some harmonization going on. There's like so many things to pay. Yeah, it sounds like counterpoint. Exactly, Moose. That's what it is. Yeah, I like that track a lot.
3, 2, 1,
Yeah, this one's the hard one. I mean, look how fast Girlfriend is bopping her head. That's the beat. Oh god. Oop, I just overhit for no reason. we're good. But this song can go south very fast. Are you heading out, dude? Alright, you have a good night. Well, thanks for hanging out. Okay, I might fail here. Let's see. Oh, no! I missed all of that. Literally, if that happens again, I'm done. Oh my god, that was so close. Oh my god, that's brutal. This is really fun now. Oh my god, did I make it through? Nope. Okay, I still... I think that's it. My gosh, I almost lost that. Alright. Yeah, Vito headed out, and you know, I think I'll go too. Gotta edit those things, and yeah, next stream is on Saturday. I'm actually gonna set up the time right now on YouTube, so you should be able to see it there, set a reminder. But yeah, you know, if you're still here, thanks for hanging out, and you know, I'll catch you next time. See ya.